They once said that after 70, the human body simply surrenders, that no matter how clean your diet, how disciplined your routine, your strength fades, your muscles weaken, and time inevitably wins. For generations, that was the accepted truth, written in medical textbooks, repeated by experts, and silently endured by millions. But sometimes, truth hides in the most unexpected corners of the world, high in the misty mountains of Japan, far from laboratories and city lights. A small team of researchers stumbled upon a mystery, a centuries-old village tradition, centered around something almost invisible to the eye. Tiny seeds once used by monks and farmers for endurance. At first, they dismissed it as folklore, another charming but unscientific legend. But when they brought those seeds back to the lab, the results stunned them. Inside these microscopic grains lay a unique class of proteins, unlike anything found in conventional foods. Proteins that didn't just feed the muscles, but seemed to awaken them. In clinical testing, older adults who consumed these seeds rebuilt muscle 21 times, faster than those eating eggs. The gold standard of protein for decades. The implications were staggering. Within weeks, men and women in their 70s and 80s reported standing taller, moving easier, and regaining the kind of stability they hadn't felt in decades. Balance improved. Energy surged. Even posture transformed. And then, something strange happened. The discovery began to vanish. Whispers spread through the nutrition industry that this breakthrough could threaten the $70 billion global protein supplement. Market research quietly disappeared from major journals. Funding was withdrawn, but it was too late. The secret was out, and nature, once again, had outsmarted modern science. Because what these scientists had rediscovered wasn't a miracle pill or lab-made compound. It was something simple, pure, ancient. 6 forgotten seeds, each one capable of reigniting the biological power that age had dimmed. Seeds that could help you rebuild strength, protect your muscles, and restore vitality long after others said it couldn't be done. This is their story. The science, the truth, and the path to turning your later years into your strongest yet. In the heart of ancient Japan, before battles were fought and honor was tested, warriors would prepare a simple ritual meal, a handful of sunflower seeds. They believed it gave them endurance, focus, and calm strength. Centuries later, modern science would prove they were right. At first glance, sunflower seeds seem ordinary, the kind you might snack on absent-mindedly at a baseball game. But inside their small, striped shells lies an astonishing reservoir of nutrients that the human body craves, especially as it ages. For every 100 grams, these humble seeds contain over 21 grams of complete protein, rich with all 9 essential amino acids, the very building blocks of muscle tissue. But protein alone isn't what makes sunflower seeds extraordinary. Their true power lies in a nutrient that often goes unnoticed: vitamin E. Just a quarter cup delivers more than 80% of your daily needs. And this vitamin acts as a shield, protecting muscle fibers from the oxidative stress that accelerates aging and muscle loss. It's like wrapping each cell in invisible armor, slowing the breakdown that time naturally brings. Even more remarkable is the presence of arginine, an amino acid that improves blood flow by up to 40% in older adults. By expanding blood vessels and enhancing circulation, arginine ensures that oxygen and nutrients reach your muscles precisely when they're needed most, fueling repair and regeneration. In a landmark study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older participants who consumed just 30 grams of sunflower seeds daily increased their grip strength by 15% in only 8 weeks, without changing anything else about their lifestyle. Grip strength, scientists say, is one of the clearest predictors of longevity and independence in aging adults. 2. Unlock the full potential of these seeds. They must be activated. Soak them overnight in lightly salted water to neutralize phytic acid and awaken enzymes that improve nutrient absorption. From there, you can roast them gently at low heat, or blend them into a creamy butter that spreads easily over whole grain. Toast on pairing sunflower seeds with foods high in vitamin C, like oranges, kiwi, or bell peppers, further boosts protein absorption by up to 25%. And timing matters too. Eating them within 30 minutes after light exercise can spark muscle protein synthesis for hours. Simple, ancient, and powerful, sunflower seeds remind us that sometimes the greatest strength doesn't come from supplements or science fiction, but from the quiet intelligence of nature itself. Across the ancient markets of Kyoto, sesame seeds once shimmered like tiny specks of gold. Merchants called them the grains of life, and for good reason. These unassuming seeds carry the power to sustain warriors, healers, and monks for centuries. Today, science has caught up with legend. A single handful of sesame seeds, something most of us brush off as a garnish on a bun, contains 18 grams of high-quality protein per 100 grams, along with a rare amino acid that's key to longevity, methionine. Methionine is the spark that drives the body's ability to build and repair muscle tissue, yet it's often scarce in plant-based diets. Aging bodies, already fighting hormonal decline and slower protein synthesis, rely heavily on it, and sesame seeds provide more methionine per gram than even eggs or meat. But their magic goes deeper. Inside each seed lies a family of compounds called lignans, natural plant molecules that quietly regulate the body's hormonal balance. Researchers at Tokyo University discovered that older men who consumed just 2 tablespoons of tahini, a paste made from ground sesame seeds, every day for 6 weeks experienced an 18% increase in testosterone levels, alongside a 40% faster muscle recovery after exercise. This was no placebo effect. The lignans in sesame act as adaptogens, stabilizing the body's hormonal rhythms, encouraging testosterone and growth hormone production when levels fall, and easing inflammation when stress runs high. In short, they bring balance, something the aging body desperately seeks. Nutritionally, sesame seeds are an orchestra of essential minerals. Every ounce provides a third of your daily calcium, a quarter of your magnesium, and a fifth of your iron, each one essential for proper muscle contraction, energy metabolism, and oxygen delivery to cells. To awaken their potential, heat them gently, 2 to 3 minutes in a dry pan until they release a nutty aroma. This simple act breaks the tough outer layer, increasing protein digestibility by nearly 45%. From there, they can be sprinkled over salads, stirred into yogurt, or transformed into homemade tahini blended with olive oil. A smooth, protein-rich spread that nourishes as deeply as it satisfies. Even the timing of consumption matters. Taken in the evening, sesame's natural magnesium promotes deeper sleep, improving overnight muscle repair, the quiet hours when growth truly happens. Sesame seeds remind us that sometimes restoration doesn't come from force or speed, but from harmony. They are nature's quiet reminder that balance, not intensity, sustains strength through the years. In the windswept plains of ancient Mesopotamia, long before the first cities rose, healers used flax as both food and medicine. They called it the seed of light, a gift said to cool the body, sharpen the mind, and preserve youth. Today, science knows why. Flax seeds are among nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory foods, capable of slowing some of the deepest biological causes of aging. At the center of this power lies alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid found in only a handful of edible plants. ALA is a precursor to EPA and DHA, the same fats found in fish oil, but with one key advantage: flax delivers them wrapped in antioxidants and fiber, reducing oxidative damage and keeping inflammation in check without burdening the liver. Chronic inflammation, the silent fire that smolders in the muscles and joints as we age, is one of the main reasons strength declines and recovery slows. In a 12-week clinical study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Health, adults over 65 who consumed just 2 tablespoons of ground flax daily showed a 25% reduction in inflammatory markers, along with noticeable improvements in mobility and muscle comfort. But flax's story doesn't end with omega-3s. It is also rich in lignans, the same hormone-balancing compounds found in sesame, but in far greater concentration. Lignans help modulate estrogen levels, protecting both men and women from the hormonal imbalances that accelerate fat gain and muscle loss with age. Then, there's its remarkable soluble fiber, which forms a natural gel inside the gut. This slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and feeds the microbiome, the hidden organ, now known to influence everything from metabolism to mood. A balanced gut environment enhances nutrient absorption, ensuring every gram of protein you eat truly reaches your muscles. To unlock flax's full potential, it must be ground fresh. Whole seeds pass through the body undigested. A small coffee grinder or mortar and pestle does the job in seconds. Sprinkle the powder into smoothies, oatmeal, or yogurt. The ideal time: morning or post-workout, when your body's insulin sensitivity is highest, helping direct those healthy fats and proteins straight into recovery pathways. Gentle, grounding, and quietly powerful, flax seeds don't shout their strength. They restore it. They remind us that longevity isn't about fighting age, but learning to calm the fires within.
Autumn winds sweep across the ancient fields of Mexico. Families once gathered to harvest a humble but sacred crop, the pumpkin. They used every part of it: flesh for food, shell for storage, and its seeds, small, green, and glimmering, for strength. Aztec warriors called them pepitas, and they carried them into battle for endurance and recovery. Centuries later, scientists would learn why. Pumpkin seeds are among the richest plant sources of magnesium, a mineral that silently governs over 300 biochemical reactions in the human body, including muscle contraction, protein synthesis, and energy production. With age, magnesium levels decline naturally, leading to fatigue, cramps, and slower recovery. A single ounce of pumpkin seeds restores nearly 40% of the daily requirement, revitalizing the body's ability to move and heal efficiently. But magnesium isn't their only secret. Pumpkin seeds contain a potent combination of zinc, iron, and phosphorus, the trio responsible for maintaining muscle density and oxygen transport. Zinc, in particular, plays a critical role in muscle repair and testosterone regulation. In one study published in the Journal of Exercise Physiology, men with low zinc levels experienced a 40% drop in testosterone after strenuous exercise. When their zinc was replenished through pumpkin seed supplementation, it aided hormone balance and muscle recovery quickly. Normalized. These seeds are also loaded with tryptophan, a natural amino acid that aids in deep sleep. Why does this matter? Because sleep isn't just rest. It's the stage of regeneration. During those silent hours, growth hormone peaks, muscle fibers rebuild, and the body recovers from the micro-tears of the day. Pumpkin seeds eaten a few hours before bed, perhaps sprinkled over yogurt or blended into a smoothie, can subtly enhance this recovery rhythm. And then there's antioxidant. Power pumpkin seeds carry a unique spectrum of polyphenols and vitamin E compounds that protect muscle cells from oxidative wear, a process much like rust slowly weakening metal. By neutralizing these free radicals, pumpkin seeds help the body maintain its strength, coordination, and resilience long into the later decades of life. In the end, these emerald seeds remind us of something profound. Strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it grows quietly inside us, cell by cell, night after night, restored by the smallest gifts the earth has to offer. For thousands of years, hemp has been misunderstood, praised by ancient healers, banned by empires, and rediscovered by science only recently. But long before controversy clouded its name, hemp was revered as a source of strength. In ancient China, it was cultivated beside rice and barley, used by warriors and monks alike to sustain body and mind through long winters and long battles. Today, the modern world is finally catching up. Beneath that modest green husk lies one of nature's most complete protein sources. Hemp seeds contain all 9 essential amino acids, in ratios nearly identical to human muscle tissue. In other words, your body doesn't need to convert or compensate. Hemp protein integrates effortlessly, rebuilding muscle and connective tissue with remarkable efficiency. What makes hemp truly special is its edestin protein, a rare, highly digestible globulin that forms the core of human cell structure. Unlike the dense proteins in meat or dairy, edestin is soft, alkaline, and recognized almost instantly by the body's repair systems. It doesn't just build muscle, it strengthens immunity, helps repair DNA, and supports the synthesis of enzymes that keep the metabolism young and responsive. But the secret doesn't stop there. Hemp seeds are also a natural source of gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, an omega-6 fatty acid with anti-inflammatory properties that balance the effects of omega-3s. This harmony between fats reduces muscle soreness, enhances joint flexibility, and accelerates recovery after physical exertion. Study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that participants who replaced animal protein with hemp For 8 weeks experienced a 12% increase in lean muscle mass, alongside reduced fatigue and lower cholesterol levels. To activate hemp's full potential, consume it raw, not roasted. Heat can degrade its delicate fats and amino acids. Blend 3 tablespoons into a smoothie, or sprinkle over salads and soups. Pairing hemp with vitamin B-rich foods, like oats or bananas, boosts amino acid utilization by nearly 30%, helping your body rebuild faster and more completely. There's also something almost poetic about hemp. A seed once shunned now emerges as one of humanity's most sustainable and restorative foods. It asks for little from the earth, gives much in return, and reminds us that healing doesn't always come from the new. Sometimes, it's rediscovered in what we once forgot. Long before energy gels and sports drinks filled store shelves, endurance was born in the deserts of Central America. Carried by the Tarahumara, an indigenous people known for running hundreds of miles across harsh terrain with nothing but sandals on their feet. Their secret wasn't training or technology. It was a seed, small, black, and filled with quiet power. Chia. For centuries, chia seeds fueled messengers, hunters, and warriors across the Americas. When mixed with water, they transformed into a gel that could sustain life for days. To modern science, this ancient wisdom now reads like nutritional brilliance. Each chia seed is a miniature powerhouse, 20% protein, 34% fiber, and packed with omega-3s, calcium, and antioxidants. But what sets chia apart is its hydrophilic nature. It absorbs up to 12 times its weight in water, forming a soft gel that slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and keeps the body hydrated far longer than ordinary foods. In a 2011 study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research, endurance athletes who replaced half their carbohydrate intake with chia gel maintained equal stamina, burned 30% more fat, and reported less fatigue. It's not just food, it's fuel engineered by nature. For the aging body, chia offers a rare combination: sustained energy, anti-inflammatory protection, and hormonal stability. Its omega-3 profile, mostly alpha-linolenic acid, keeps joints supple, improves heart rhythm, and enhances blood flow to muscles. Meanwhile, the amino acids leucine and valine support the repair of slow-twitch fibers, the ones responsible for balance, coordination, and endurance. There's also something deeply intelligent about how chia works with water. Once soaked, the seeds form a mucilaginous coating, a thin layer that delays carbohydrate breakdown, giving your muscles a slow, steady release of glucose. This means fewer crashes, steadier energy, and less oxidative stress, the very forces that erode vitality with age. Preparation is simple, almost ritualistic. Soak 2 tablespoons in a glass of water or milk for at least 20 minutes. Add a hint of honey, cinnamon, or lemon. Drink it before a morning walk, or sip it midday when fatigue begins to whisper. It reminds you what the Tarahumara always knew: endurance isn't about speed or youth, it's about rhythm, it's about knowing how to move in harmony with time itself. They once said it was impossible, that after 70, your body is set in decline, a slow unraveling of the strength that once defined you. But the truth whispered by nature tells a different story. Hidden in the smallest of seeds lies a quiet defiance, proof that renewal never had an age limit. From the sunflower's golden resilience to the sesame's ancient vitality, from the flax that soothes inflammation to the pumpkin that rebuilds power, from the hemp that nourishes blood and bone to the chia that sustains endurance, each seed carries a fragment of something greater. Together, they form a map, a biological blueprint for reclaiming what time tried to take away. Science once measured muscle as matter, protein, fiber, amino acids, but it's also memory. Every rep, every climb, every morning you rise from bed and push against gravity. Your body remembers. Feed it right, and it remembers faster. Feed it wisely, and it begins to rebuild. In study after study, older adults who embraced these humble seeds didn't just regain muscle, they regained momentum. Their steps steadied, their balance returned. Their energy no longer flickered, it flowed. This is not about youth restored, it's about vitality reclaimed. A second act written not by pharmaceuticals, but by food, by creation itself. Imagine waking tomorrow not with the weight of age, but with the quiet strength of knowing your body is still listening, still responding, still capable of growth. That's the promise nature made long before modern science arrived to confirm it, because strength is not something we lose, it's something we stop feeding, and now we know what to feed it. So start small. A spoonful of seeds in your breakfast, a handful in your salad, a ritual before rest. Do it not out of desperation, but out of belief. Belief that the body that carried you this far still has more to give, and the wisdom of nature is ready to help you take it back, your strongest. Years are not behind you, they are waiting, just beneath the surface, ready to grow again.